okay to be long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearly 1,300 yards receiving on the year. It's the Vikings and the Packers under the lights on Sunday night.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night. What a way to ring in the new year. Final game of calendar year 2023. The Packers and Vikings. Off we go on New Year's Eve. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play fake. Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now, let's go to that play.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Cousins now. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. So here are the new look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think
touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 69 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receiver.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Love. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First down, going to the air with Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Love now to pass on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
A second down throw for Love. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Doubs,
74 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at this Packers defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Love. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw now. Here's Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Love to pass. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Jalen Reagor
from 21 yards away.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Reagor. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And now out comes Minnesota.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here comes Rager.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Packers have got it on cruise control. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw.
Addison hauls it in.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Quay Walker
in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To the air again, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
It's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? maybe trying to narrow down your...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Cam Akers with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to claw one back. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback to run it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
He's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Jordan Love ready on first down here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Christian Watson
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Devontae Wyatt make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Ball start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
163 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
And this returnable for Rager.
That'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going back to Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown.
A great effort there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Mullen's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and long. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before.
There he goes, right side. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. They see
now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
First down, going to the air with Love.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Luke Musgrave,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Packers are pouring it on. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. First down, here's Cousins. He gets this one to Boyd. So he stopped for no gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but and the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
On 1st and 10, Love completes it again to Dobbs. Touchdown! Romeo Dobbs with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers just continue to roll. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Cousins.
That's caught downfield by Addison.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. On play action, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quay Walker
in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Throwing is Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Kingsley Enagbari,
his 2nd sack of the night.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's going to field this at the 4.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Love looking to throw it. Clean it out left to Doubs. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Love now to pass on first down. He's got the hook up with Doubs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First down, Love to pass. Now he's loose again, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the one on second and goal.
To the air again, Love.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Love, this is third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. And for the third time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guy.
There he goes, left side. There he goes again. That's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 67 yards. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And out now come the Vikings. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Cousins now on second down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Rashawn Gary in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. On third down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Fielded just inside the 30.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10. Love now. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, 29 yards. And the Packers are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes this to Addison out left. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best.
They've got his man complete. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Cousins.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Marte Mapu.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. To throw, Cousins. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here's Cousins. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Cousins. Had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Cousins to throw it.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen 2 teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played. Well, by one of the teams anyway.
Throwing. Love.
Now this aired out deep for Reed. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
A first down throw for Cousins.
Slant route, and he's got Addison.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Third and long for Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Now Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their